Liberals say Biden is Trump's biggest threat in 2020, Lara gives them rude awakening. Rumors have been started by the liberal media that creepy Joe Biden is the biggest threat to President Donald Trump's re-election in 2020. Now, Lara Trump is giving them a rude awakening that you won't want to miss. Former Vice President Joe Biden was nothing more than a hood ornament for Barack Obama's crazy train. Despite the constant ridicule that Biden received from both sides of the aisle, his name is now being floated as the biggest Democratic Party threat to President Donald Trump in 2020, according to Daily Caller. When word of Biden's big threat status reached Trump's campaign, his daughter-in-law, Lara Trump, had plenty to say about creepy Joe. During a recent interview on Fox News outnumbered with news anchor Harris Faulkner, Lara expertly treated the rumor about Biden exactly as it should have been treated, as a joke. Lara, who is also a Trump for President senior advisor, said, "Well, it's interesting that they said that. That's news to me. I didn't know that was the only thing we're worried about. Listen, Joe Biden has been living off the swamp for 5 decades now, and if that is the person that the Democrats want to run, that they think the American people want, then I wish them a lot of luck with that." When Faulkner commented that Joe Biden appears to be the candidate who Democrats were indeed going to send in to beat Donald Trump, Lara replied, "Well, that's sort of all they have. Who do they have on the Democrats' side? They have no message, they have no real leader, they have no great candidate." Faulkner interjected, saying that Hillary Clinton said that she would help out. Lara's reply was brutal. "Well, we saw how that went in 2016. I don't know that she would be the person that I would want representing me if I were a Democrat running for something right now," she said. When Faulkner asked how the Trump campaign looks at the upcoming special election in Pennsylvania and what they are doing to help out, Lara responded, "I think anything, when you're talking about the midterms, is important because we have to keep a majority in the House and the Senate, and if we want the president's agenda to move forward, we need strong Republicans that are going to stand behind him." Lara added, "Whether that's in a special election or you're talking about November, it's really important that people understand, their vote counts in this election just as much as it did during the presidential election, and they need to get out and they need to vote." In addition to putting the Biden threat on ice, Lara told Faulkner that women voters feel more secure with President Donald Trump because they have more money in their pockets, thanks to his tax cuts, and many are happier because of new jobs created by Trump's economic successes. Lara also pointed out that our country is safer and added, "We don't have ISIS anymore, Harris, and a year ago everyone was worried about that. I think that's what women are concerned about, and I never believed the polls, I never believed them during the campaign, and I don't believe them now." Faulkner emphasized that the demise of ISIS came and went rather quietly without a lot of attention. Lara had the perfect reply for that. "I feel that the mainstream media does not want to highlight the accomplishments of this president, and when you look at all of the great things that have happened in the first year of the Trump presidency and his administration, you cannot ignore these things, but we see what the left does," she said. I could not agree more with Lara Trump in her opinions on Joe Biden, women voters, the efforts by the mainstream media to discount our president's accomplishments, and the importance of both special and midterm elections right now. President Donald Trump's support base will only grow larger as we get closer to not only the next presidential election but the midterm elections as well, and Democrats will once again be caught in a state of panic when they lose even more seats at the table.